listening to 2020 Vision Radio.
Legendary, promoting the vision of ordinary legends. Tune into 2020 Vision Radio every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. with the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons and De-Syl Hamilton.
Legendary is a show promoting the visions of ordinary legends, and I am Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons along with my fabulous co-host, De-Syl Hamilton.
I am De-Syl Hamilton. I'm excited as well to be here for Legendary, just to uplift and enhance people and show what people in our society are doing to uplift our country and the nation.
Call in live on WhatsApp via 869-669-7312. Our direct mobile number is 766-7312 and our landline number is 469-7953. Overseas callers can call in on 917-460-2187. Legendary. Live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on 2020 Vision Radio.
Just like you. If you take a look inside, you see the great things that people do. Some things are just never said. No. Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, see the great things that people do. Changing lives day and night, but nothing I do ever makes the news. Still I have to do what's right to the King of all kings, all praise is due. Yesterday I was on a train, a little boy asked me my name. He said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? Said I am a legend that you never heard of before. I said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, that means I made a change. I'm the man who cooks the food and feed the street people in the afternoon. I'm the lady with the broom, sweeping the halls of your son's preschool. I'm the soldier who's up all night, making sure everything's alright. And if you ask me, I'm quite fine, being an ordinary person doing what's right. Yesterday at the football game, a little girl asked me my name. She said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? I said I am a legend that you never heard of before. I said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, that means on the ocean of fame I'm an unknown sailor. I'm the percussionist playing with the whalers, the one with the shaker, the mover and shaker. My name wasn't on the front of the paper, but me not cater. Much more than the work is greater. Creation glorifies creator. So all deeds done are in the name of my maker. I am a legend that you probably never hear about. From the lion's mouth, I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, give praise, that means I made a change. Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look in
Good night and welcome to another edition of Legendary. It is April 14th and the time in the studio is 8:05. I'm here in the studio with DJ Ronaldo and X-Ray Bartlette. Cleon would have loved to be here this evening, but she's still a little bit out of commission. She'll probably be in the comment section. She couldn't be here in studio. Tonight we have three young entrepreneurs with us in studio. We have DJ Smudge, we have Shaquille Bartlette, and we have Hobson. Oh Lord, oh, it's the vaccine. I can't see. Let me stop and see how people believe them things. Shaquille Hobson and Davinsia Bartlette here with us in studio. So it's three young entrepreneurs doing their thing. So proud of them. And this month is Youth Month. Here in Nevis, the Ministry of Youth has a lot of different daily activities going on. I'll try and get the calendar. I could probably read through a couple of them sometime later during the show. But we're trying to feature young people on the show for this month. We didn't have a show last week, right? No, we were out of commission last week due to Cleon being out, and I had a pressing engagement. So we took a little break. We hope that you guys can forgive us for that, and thank you for joining. So I'm going to jump right into the profiles of these amazing young people, and then we're going to get into some discussions. All right, so Dylan Thornton, aka DJ Smudge, was born in Guyana, but he resides here in Cane Garden, Nevis. At 26-year-old, DJ Smudge regards himself as a business-oriented individual who has worked in the banking and finance field for most of his professional daytime career. He started DJing for school parties and birthday events as a teenager, then started DJing professionally in 2014. He currently holds the title of Mr. Nevis Got Talent, competition he won at Lime Beach Bar with his superb DJing skills. I was there, it was good. In his spare time, Smudge enjoys playing dominoes, mixing and mastering music. You can always contact him at 869-668-7803 for all your entertainment needs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dylan DJ Smudge Thornton. Moving right along, we have Davinsia Bartlette. Davinsia Bartlette, she is 23 and she's a proud owner and chef at These Tasty Entanglements. Wow, I like that name. Located on Craddock Road, Charlestown, Nevis. She received her education at the Charlestown Preschool, then to primary and secondary school, all in Charlestown, and the Nevis Sixth Form College, where she graduated with 9 CAPE units in 2017. After graduating, she became an accounts clerk at Business Enhancement Services and then an audit assessment unit tax officer at the Inland Revenue Department, where she is currently still employed. Davinsia loves cooking and relaxing in peaceful, quiet areas with maybe a little music to add now and again. She uses her love of these hobbies to develop the idea of These Tasty Entanglements, the only entanglement your taste buds desire, which started operating on September 25th, 2020. These tasty entanglements can be contacted via the number 667-8336. They're also on Instagram as Tasty Entanglements. Or Facebook, you can contact her through Davinsia Bartlette. Finally, we have Mr. Shaquille Hobson. Shaquille is a resident of the Bat Village community, and he's the owner and operator of Business Pressure Washing Services. He received his education from the Vern N. Lou Preschool, Charlestown Primary, and Charlestown Secondary Schools. After graduating in 2010, he worked as an electrician for 1 year before moving to working at the City Drugstore here in Nevis in March 2011, where he is still currently employed. In his spare time, he enjoys playing football, listening to music, researching, shooting pool, and playing domino. He started his pressure washing venture in 2019, offering power pressure washing services, gutter cleaning, rooftop skylight cleaning, and window cleaning services to the general public. He and his team have done large and small scale projects all over Nevis. Can be contacted at 869-765-9228, or email businesspressurewashingservices@gmail.com or on their Facebook page, Business Pressure Washing Services. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Shaquille Hobson, and so those are the profiles for our three lovely young entrepreneurs that are here with us this evening. Guys, welcome. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. All of you are young entrepreneurs. I think some of your story, well, your profiles here are very interesting. But in whatever particular order, I want you guys to tell us what was the inspiration for actually starting your businesses. Not all at once, please.
Okay, I'm gonna lead. Good night, Nevis. Good night, St. Kitts. Wherever you're tuning in from, I want to say good night to you. If you're tuning in from somewhere whereby it's day, good day to you. Good day, De-Syl. Good day, Mr. X-Ray Bartlette. Thanks for having me on the show. And the question, what made me want to do this? Okay. Firstly, I'm gonna start by saying I have a love for music, and music and entertainment it plays a vital part in my life. And I would say if it wasn't for music and entertainment, I would have never been the individual I am today. Yeah. So the love for music and the urge to entertain people, it's what drove me to do this, basically.
Nice.
Good night, everyone. Well, first of all,
Pull the mic. You can pull the mic forward to you. Yeah.
first off, I have a passion for cooking, and we all know the impact Corona had on everyone. So instead of complaining and sitting around saying you don't have any job or whatever, just get up, you put your best talent forward. Good night, everyone. What inspired me to start this business is that first of all, I have developed a passion for cooking. And yes, we all know the impact that Corona had on us, which forced me, and not necessarily forced me, but because I always wanted to be my own boss. So this is one of the business I always had in mind, to develop my own restaurant. But I started off small by cooking lunches every last Friday in the month. I first started off by cooking salmon, lobster, and chicken lunch. I had plenty orders for my first time. So that is where the good and bad reviews came from, because I guess there was so many orders for my first time, I couldn't fulfill it, everything. So then I didn't give up still made an attempt in October to cook some pork cook-up and some with chicken only. And again, I got back both good and bad reviews. So then I just decided to narrow it down one day into the grilling, and that is where I started receiving like all the good reviews. Everyone enjoyed the lobster, grilled fish. Then I introduced the different types of seafood kebabs, such as the shrimp and the conchs. And then I also introduced a dish called the stuffed lobster. It is stuffed with shrimp and broccoli and carrots. And then I later introduced shellfish. And then just last week, Saturday, I did seafood combo box, which is supposed to launch this coming Saturday.
Okay.
But but after everyone see the display, it became a very high demand. So that's why I prepared 9 orders.
Okay, cool. I don't know. Maybe I should eat before I come to the show. I'm hungry. I might go put me tasty entanglements order. So tasty entanglements is mainly grilled
Like it's just mainly a seafood business.
seafood.
Thus
Okay,
far, but it will expand accordingly.
accordingly. Awesome. Shaquille, talk to us.
Good evening, everybody. How I came about this was, I think,
Just come a
You
little
got to-
closer.
You got to
The
come
mic?
closer
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
mic,
yeah.
you know? Try again.
okay, I was saying, right? How I came about this was, is that I was.
You come closer to the table, man. I am playing very shy.
I was saying, right? I was just home there doing some YouTube videos and so forth, and I just happened to type in businesses that is like in high demand, but plenty people wouldn't really venture into them. So I end up finding about pressure washing and so forth. So I heard about like a few people do it in US. So after a few months of debating if I should go in and do it, in August I end up and launched it. And my first job was like at TDC. I got the job to pressure wash a building, this building to be exact.
Oh wow, it's that big back.
Nice.
So technically, it started to be hard first, but then it started getting more easier after a while. So,
Okay, cool. So we have the origin stories for both of them. I think it's interesting that you had such a large project, Shaquille, from the beginning, and I think it's also a very interesting point that TDC, which is another one, well, your current employer, they were so willing to support your business endeavor, and I have to give them kudos for that. Another thing that I picked up from Davinsia is that when you first started, you mentioned you got good reviews and bad reviews, and you still
didn't give up.
Stuck to it, and I think that's important, especially for young persons and entrepreneurs just in general. You have to be able to roll with the punches, because if you want this thing to be long term, you are going to have good reviews and bad reviews. Everybody's not the same.
Stay dedicated in the way you have to do. And reach your point.
Definitely. And as you can see, I heard where was by you talk about this stuff. The stuffed lobster, and I did thinking, I don't know if you have that next Saturday, but that's something. That sounds like something I might want to try. Stuffed lobster.
Well, this Saturday I'm
Definitely.
just focusing on the grilled seafood box.
Uh-huh.
See, that is the most high demand right now.
Okay, so the grilled seafood box. Okay. So I want to move on again to just like some inspirations. Are there any like local persons that you guys see in the community? Doesn't necessarily have to be in the same field that you're doing, but just in general that inspire you, and like you look up to them and as role models. Just anybody at all.
Well, I'm a leader and I have my own ideas. I don't really like watch people, but I have family that are entrepreneurs, and I guess that is where I get all these business ideas from. I just wanted to be my own boss.
Okay, so entrepreneurship is part of your family culture then.
Yes.
People in your family usually do it. How about you guys? Anybody? I mean, even if it's not local, a regional person. They just smudge you into music. Any DJs
Yeah.
so that you got like some
Well-
respect for and stuff like that.
Well, to tell you the truth, right, I look up to one DJ, and I guess most of us in the room probably know that DJ. DJ Puffy from Barbados. That's my idol in the DJ arena, basically.
DJ Pop, but I'm the only DJ I know is probably it's Khalid. I don't know.
Well, DJ Puffy, he took part in a competition. I think it's back in 2016, and he won the Red Bull Freestyle DJ competition, which it's a worldwide competition, and he won that competition, and that really put him on the map. But I look up to him because he's very versatile. He takes his work very seriously, and he kind of have the same mentality as me. I believe in, if you're gonna do something, do it to the best of your ability. You understand? And of course, we can't. Every day we will learn new things. We be living in a technologically advanced world. Every day, things changing with regards to these stuff. So you gotta keep yourself abreast of what exactly is going on, and that's why I look up to DJ Puffy, because he's also keeping himself relevant. Because even though Corona came last year and it shook the world. It shook the world. So I've still been seeing him doing these podcasts and these things and posting, keeping himself relevant and occupied, even though there isn't much like outdoor gigs, etc.
True.
Yeah.
And I must say, I see that. I get that from you as well, because you have like your various broadcast lists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So every couple of mornings, other morning, I'd see you sending out your new mixes,
yes.
the events that you're gonna be to. So you're very involved in your business, and I like that. I like that work ethic. It says a lot.
Yeah, it's just to keep my supporters and fans, listening. I mean, this is a troubling time, and you never know. Sometimes I send a mix out and somebody's feeling down or depressed, and you never know what that mix can do for them. So that's why I do it, basically.
Yeah, so Shaquille, talk to us.
We have a few people there. I have a few people that I look up to. They basically encourage me to just push and to go for what I want. So.
All right. So I know DJ Smudge, you spoke about your win at the Nevis Got Talent competition.
Yeah.
It was put on by Lime Beach Bar, and I can recall being there that night, and everybody have their big setup, and you come in with your little DJ thing, and I remember making fun of you. I'm like, because nobody expect a DJ to win. This talent competition. You see, people come through with a sewing machine, people come through with a song and the dance, and the steel pan and the piano. People come through with the whole shebang, and this man just come through the little mixtape thing. Say, hey, what going on there? Then they just much gone on and the thing, and whole crowd gone wild. So tell us about the preparation for that event. Maybe a little bit about the set and the cool confidence that you had that night there at the event.
Well, let me start it from here. First, I to tell the truth, right, I wasn't really interested in the competition, but I look at it as an opportunity for me to get my name out there. That's how I looked at it, because I'm here saying I'm a DJ. People hardly know me. Getting like 1-2 gigs per week. I say, man, you know what? If I enter this competition, somebody might be on the Lime Beach Bar listening and willing to book me after. So that was the mindset I went into the competition with. Now, with regards to preparation, there wasn't much preparation, but I had one concept that I wanted to sell. I said, I'm gonna cater for everybody on the Lime Beach Bar, whether it be my grandmother, whether it be my auntie, my uncle, the little well, I don't want to use the word I'm gonna stay away from that word. I don't think that word is appropriate for the radio.
I think I catch it where you're going.
Yeah. So I said basically I'm gonna play in this 7 minutes at least 30 songs to cater for each and everybody on the Lime Beach Bar. I didn't know how the crowd would have reacted. However, from the first song play, I felt a different energy and I felt like I connected with that crowd immediately. So that just motivated me to just go on with the set. And little did you know, De-Syl.
Me?
Yes, I'm going to say you. Little did you know, my control actually gave me some issues at the ending of that set. But I played it off like so cool. I just, yeah. But my set wasn't finished, but it was okay. Everything happens for the best.
Yeah. And the crowd was really receptive. I was there, and and this guy beat out this amazing dance performance. I mean, literally amazing dance performance. We had masquerade. We had someone constructing a whole entire dress, and the scene. So it was good, and I must say I wasn't shocked because I think I heard him perform before, and I know he has talent. So I wasn't shocked, but I was still a little bit surprised that it was the crowd really was that receptive. And I'm happy and proud that Lime was able to provide the opportunity for you. Definitely.
Yes, thanks.
So I see you, Shaquille and Davinsia. You guys have worked in are working at other institutions. So how do you balance your regular job with your entrepreneurial duties?
Well, first I actually started off by taking a vacation every last Friday in the month. I started my business September 25th, 2020. Started off by taking the last Friday in every month off, and then I just narrowed it down to the grilling like every last Saturday in the month. So it wasn't nothing too difficult to deal with my 8 to 4 job and my personal business.
Okay, nice. Shaki?
Well, normally I work from Monday to Saturday. Normally work on the weekends. So in the week, if I get a call, I would use on the Sunday, or depends on how I'm working on Saturday. I use those 2 days to do the work. Basically, in the future, we try to work around that and be able to do jobs during the week and on the weekends as well.
Yeah, I see you said that you have a team. So so I'm guessing like if you're not available, I guess personally to do it in the week, you have somebody. So you have employees basically that you could send out and do the work.
Technically, yes. I would, if I can't do something, I would call upon someone who might be able to assist me, and they would do that work for me.
Okay, nice.
So can we assume that when you have a large job, like for example this building, did you do that by yourself or did you do it with others?
Technically, at first, I did when I started.
Yeah.
I had like 1 or 2 people to help me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it depends on how severe the job is.
Yeah.
I would take on assistance. If not, I could do it myself if anything.
Okay, I got you.
All right. So I also noticed that for all of you actually, that your businesses were basically birthed out of things that you were accustomed to do, like little passions for you, like Deejay Smudge with his music, Davinsia with her cooking, Shaquille, with the pressure washing and everything. So how important, if you were to give advice to young persons out there right now who want to start a business, how important it is, you would say, to do things that you are passionate about?
Yeah. Well, to say right, my advice to young, and to the younger generations out there, that it doesn't matter what you wanna do. It doesn't matter how long you take. Once you keep, once you're determined, and you said that, and you say to yourself that this is what you want. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't achieve it, because you see, we have a lot of people out there, because they couldn't have achieved it in this time frame, they tend to like talk down. So my thing is, once you know that this is what you want, go 100% into it. Once you're determined enough, go into it. At some point in time, you will achieve that goal, regardless of if it takes 1 year, or if it takes 3 years, or even 10 years. That's my advice.
That's some good, that's some really really good advice. How about you guys? The other.
Well, young tend to always give up as soon as they get a little fight. I want you guys to look up to me as an example. I got a lot of fight down, but despite the fight down, I didn't give up. I'm expanding and expanding and expanding on my business, and I will run this business in full time. I will be my own boss, along with different business ideas.
I like the I like, you know, I really like your commitment to it. You mentioned fight down. Could you talk a bit more on that? What you mean by fight down?
Well, you know, I had some people try to degrade the business on the social media, but still, like close people, but it still didn't stop me. Like it caused me to push harder and become something great in life.
Yeah, and that's really solid advice, really sound advice.
But
and
on the flip side of that, you did say as soon as you started, your stuff sold out. So to me, as I told you earlier today, you have a lot of support. So
like
how
said,
how did that develop? Like how you get so much support at the first time?
I guess. Maybe popularity, I don't know.
I'll take that. People just love you.
I guess.
Yeah, and like you said, you have to go through it all, because I've noticed during COVID-19, you know, there are a lot of persons who are starting, you know, various small businesses and stuff, and you hear about them, like, you know, once or twice, and then you don't hear about them again. You know, and it could probably be because of a fight down, or even maybe financing, whatever different things are. But you know, right now is the time to stick with it, and you know, work through the different things that are happening, because we have to find creative ways to get, you know, to generate income that might have been lost, or that could even be capitalized on now that we don't have the different usual, you know, economic movement in the country. And I believe that's really important for small business. One of the things, I don't know if this really affects you guys, but one of the things that a lot of small businesses here in the country have issues with is customs.
Customs.
And duty and stuff like that. Maybe that might have affected Shaquille more, maybe Deejay Smudge when they're buying the equipment and so online.
Shop local.
Shop local. Oh, okay. So, so what do you guys think that can be done? You know, either by the community, like people supporting and stuff, by government or anything, to support, you know, small businesses. What can we do to support small businesses?
I think personally, right, that small business shouldn't be paying the same tax. I don't know if here in St. Kitts and Nevis small businesses pay the same tax as the larger business, but I think there should be something put aside by the government, like a package whereby you would say, if you're ordering this amount or anything over this amount, you pay X amount of duties on. If not, if it's below, you pay a standard price. because I personally don't see it making sense where large business paying the same duties like a small business. Come on, I don't see that making sense. I'm not sure if don't get me wrong, I'm not sure.
I mean, I understand. I understand your point. What about you guys? Any suggestions and that you guys think can help small businesses?
Well, okay. Technically, once you have a business license, I think whenever you have to do like overseas orders and so forth, maybe depending on the amount, you could technically write to the Ministry of Finance asking for exemption.
Okay.
And whatever it is you're ordering, it could be like a piece of equipment. Once it's relating to your business, you could ask. So, and you ask for what you want. The duty is off, like nothing at all, and it's up to them to approve it, or they just give you a certain percentage.
Oh, okay.
One thing.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I know about that. I think it's like a tax. You could apply for tax. We count again.
Exemption.
Duty-free exemption.
Concession?
Concession.
Yeah, concession. How about you, Davinsia?
Well, I personally think the government should put certain things in place in terms like even hand out a small startup capital to those who are really willing to reach far in their businesses. And you see them, you could just reach out to them. Don't let them always have to come out to you and ask, offer some help once you see them trying their best. And it's something they really love and put their best foot forward to them.
Well, I don't know if...
Caller?
No. I think it was my fault. I don't know if De-Syl asked earlier while I was doing my technical stuff, but the startup capital, did we speak about that as yet?
No.
So I would want to know, like, where did you all source funding or equipment? Was it family? Was it the little you put aside when you get something from your grandmother or something, you know what I mean? How did you get that startup capital, since we are on that topic?
Well, as a young entrepreneur, just a sixth form, just started working. Startup capital was pretty hard, but I had the help from my family, and I also started funding it from my own personal fund when I get paid monthly.
Shaquille?
Hey, okay. How I started was technically during my research, I basically, while on YouTube, there is a channel that I follow, and they basically show you all the stuff that you need to start a pressure washing business. So I went and looked up the equipment, gathered the cost of everything, and me and a friend of mine, who was a co-worker with me, we had discussed whatever and so forth. I basically paid out my salary, and he helped with it. So, and then after I cut back myself, he went back.
Well, what could I say? As a DJ, there isn't much thing you need as a DJ with regards to starting up. Basically, a laptop, hard drive, music controller. But how I started by paying monthly for my laptop. Yeah, because these MacBook computers, it's very expensive computers, so I couldn't have afforded it all at once. So I started by paying monthly for it. My hard drive, I came from Guyana with my hard drive full of music, so I've always had music. The music that I had to get was the music from St. Kitts and Nevis. Yeah, the local music. So I had to reach out to DJs, etc., to get the local music. But my controller, my little scratch play toy, that was given to me by my manager, Mr. Anthony Gager. Yes, that was given to me by him. basically. But when I'm ready to expand on this business, I'm hoping that by then I don't have to borrow a loan from the bank. I don't know if the banks grant loan for DJs, but yeah, but yes, I'm hoping that I don't have to do so, and I can go out my own pocket and buy these speakers and expand, because speakers as a DJ is something that you need to get rather than have to rent. Yeah. So basically, I would have invested my own personal money, piece by piece, month by month.
It's quite interesting, the different startup methods by each of you. You had like a long-term investment. Smudge and Shaquille, he had a partnership, and Davinsia had, her own, personal funding. So, you can see there are different methods out there, and each of them, as a young entrepreneur, if you have an idea, you could weigh your pros and cons. But if you really want to do something, you have to start to do something. And I hope the bank gives you your loan as well. You just shut them down. I watch it. I famous.
I'm a DJ. This is what I earn. This is what I can pay.
Yeah,
I need a loan.
So
I don't think it's that easy though, De-Syl.
I know. I mean, you've worked in the bank, so question though, but have any of you ever done like a business plan, or have you written down strategies and goals, or where you want to be in the next year, or 2 years, or 3 years with your business?
Yes. Well, for me, me and my manager, we have spoke about certain certain like departments with DJing and etc. Now, for me, I would have listed a few categories in which I want to build on, like branding, networking, marketing, advertising, imagery, and these kind of stuff. So me personally, I'm looking to take this to the next level, because this is what's paying my bill, and if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be 100% in it. So yeah, that's it for me.
By the way, not to cut you off, but, you do DJing full time
right
currently now, right?
Yeah, full time right now.
Full time.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Shaquille, Davinsia, any do you guys have any written plans or vision board, something?
I do plan to expand this business and turn it into a restaurant at affordable prices that everyone could come around and support. You have to cater for everyone, the poor and the rich. So I do see myself in the future as my own boss, turning this business into a restaurant along with a lot of business.
So do you have like, would you say probably in the next 2 years, 3 years, that you think you'd be able to branch off into that, or you're still working on setting up your market and your goals?
Well, right now I'm just thinking it step by step. I'll just start as small. Maybe I will build up a little bar or something in the yard first, and then eventually I get my own land and build a nice family restaurant with the children park. So if the wife and husband want some time and they don't have anyone to hold their kids, I could sit and dine with the child at the park, having fun.
Okay, that's a nice idea. I mean, you're over there in your corner, and the kids over there being watched and secured by
just peeping
by
over
whoever.
a little bit.
How about you, Shaquille? Any goals or any written down plan that you have for your power washing business?
Well, technically, I am aiming to be like the go-to guy to get dirty jobs done. So technically, I have some plans which will take at least maybe about a couple of years to get done. Because at first, when you start the business, you won't see exactly where you're going right in early. So you have to just keep going and then you will see the results going forward.
Nice.
Yeah, so De-Syl, to put a time for me to achieve my stuff, I'm saying like within the next 2-3 years, I think by then should be good enough time for me to put the DJing to a different level. At least I'm thinking by then I can be able to employ someone else to work with me also. Yeah.
So when your hand tired, you just tell him pull this wake up the
wheel, the jog wheel. No. I mean, I want to set it up in such a way whereby I'm gonna have someone or persons dealing with marketing and everything, and I get to focus on strictly music. I don't want at no time when I develop into something greater than I am today, not tooting my own horn, but when I develop and get even better, I want to be focused on one thing, which is music. And persons or some my team or my co-worker could like deal with the other aspects of it for me. Yeah.
So you mentioned having a manager earlier. How important do you think that is for young up and coming DJs and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, you see, with management helps you a great lot. Now, in one of the ways in which management helps me to get gigs. Not only get gigs, too, he also reaches out to promoters. Get me on function. Some of the functions that I be on, I don't deal with the promoters at all. Only when it's payment time.
That's the best time, right?
Yeah, that's the best time. Payment time. But yeah, basically, he helps.
So do you think? So I'm guessing. So you're advocating then for young persons who might be interested in the field to at least have some sort of management.
Yeah.
Working with them.
Yes.
Do you know if there are a lot of different management firms out there right now, like for music, or are you just the one that you have?
Well, I don't know of any management firms. However, I reached out to Mr. Gager and I asked him. I was like, I know he was into music. I know he have a love for music. He's into promotion and etc. And he's a business person. So I think he was the right candidate for that position for me. At least that's how I found my manager.
Okay, good. So I mean, I like this step. I definitely like this step that you take. You recognize that, it's a competitive field.
Yeah.
And you can't necessarily do it by yourself.
Yeah.
So you really got that support and stuff in it. This question here goes out to Davinsia, and it's to do with pricing with food, because I know you spoke about being able to cater to the rich and the poor. How, in terms of the price for your food and your food items, do you think that it's how should I put this by? Do you think people get value out of the different prices that are probably like around the food industry right now? Because let's say you're selling your lobster for $30, right, and another place is selling it for $50. Do you think the 50 is overpriced, or maybe yours is underpriced, or it all depends? Because we know how local people here, if you give them a bowl, they want it full right up a rice for the $5. However, it's just something that you gotta deal with. So how do you deal with that kind of energy?
The customers, they never complain about the portion. They always say it's quality. It's good quality. So it's good quality for the price.
Quality over quantity. Yeah, man.
Nice, and that's true. I mean, if you're giving a good quality product, and I really gotta try tasty Entanglements.
Last night someone said the grilled seafood box, it is worth every penny.
And could you tell us the pricing of it?
Well, it starts from $70 to $120, but even if you come with $50, I can also set something.
You can work out.
You can work something for that.
I like that you don't turn away anyone. So
Yeah.
it's on on screen so you guys can see the seafood. Just like a seafood boil. That looks delicious.
No, it's not a seafood boil. I try to differentiate it from a seafood
So
boil.
what's the difference between a seafood boil and the seafood box?
Well, as you see, a seafood boil contains many ingredients, such as crab legs, mussel, clams, and things. I often heard people saying that they won't waste their money on a seafood boil because they don't eat half of the ingredients inside of a seafood boil. So I try to come up with something that they will enjoy every single thing and don't waste their money. Don't have to throw away anything at all. They eat every single thing in right back. And also the seafood boil, it is not a balanced meal. So I try to create something that they will enjoy and also balancing the meal.
Okay, let's talk about a balanced meal. What do we mean by a balanced
Okay.
meal?
I have like ground provisions to balance the lobster because lobster is filled with cholesterol. So I add like the Irish potato, the sweet potato, the corn and the carrot and all of that to like help cut back and everything.
Okay, so your food is not just delicious, it's health conscious as
Yeah.
well. So I like that. I like that aspect of it, and I think a lot of persons don't when they eating they don't consider the health part of it. So it's really good that you do have that aspect, given to people. So yeah, have a healthy meal that's entangling. Tell us about the name. How did you come up with Tasty Entanglements? Is it inspired by what I think it's inspired by?
Exactly. It came from Jada, where she said it wasn't a relationship, it was just an entanglement. So that was the name trending. So it was just like something like attention getter for the people.
And it is an attention getter because I'm like entanglement.
De-Syl, when you eat it, you will be tangled up. You gotta don't eat it again.
The only taste bud your tongue. The only taste. The only entanglement your taste bud desire. Sorry. Yeah.
So wow, it looks like after you have anything from these Tasty Entanglement, you can't eat from any other establishment. I have to no. I have when you say is the next one Saturday coming?
Yes.
Okay, well
I gotta taste it also.
I also take orders in the week. As long as I have the time and the ingredients, I will prepare it for you.
okay, I have to I need to get something out of these Tasty Entanglements, man.
I'm willing, right, De-Syl, but I don't eat fish.
Oh,
I don't eat fish. I don't eat seafood. Anything like chicken, beef.
No, I'm trying to differentiate myself from it because I just leave it on the seafood.
That's the
Okay,
specialty.
So that's your niche. So I know you said initially you had like a shaky start, because you had too much orders. Could you tell us how that experience went or helped to make you understand that you need to focus on one side over the other?
Well, time management is everything. And with a lot of orders, some receive their lunch late, and I didn't want that. So I just tried to narrow it down to something where I can turn on myself faster. And that was the grilling.
Smart.
Okay, so it's mainly just you alone in terms of the
Yes.
cooking? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I am the chef.
You are the
But
chef.
I have helpers around.
Okay, to do I guess like the packaging and
Yes.
and all of that,
But
yeah.
I handle the food.
all right, definitely. Did you have any culinary experience like from school and stuff coming up, or is it just all your natural talent?
Not at all. I studied accounting in school. Cooking is just my natural talent.
Okay, and I think that's really
Really
interesting.
good, yeah.
You go to school, got crunch the numbers, and you're out here making the numbers from crunching the lobster.
So is there anybody else in your family that loves cooking and you kind of took after them?
Well, I don't know if you guys know Deejay Bartlette. He was a chef at Four Seasons. But my family on a whole, they enjoy cooking, so they all came from there. And they don't like to
Not putting you on the spot, right, my friend? Not putting you on the spot, but I know I learned cooking by watching and thieving the meat out my mother pot. That's how I learned to cook. I hope it's not the same with you.
There's a TV the meat out your mother pot.
Yeah, that's how I learned.
No, that is not how I learned. Well, actually, when I finished my exam in, I think it was my first year in sixth form, I was like, my mom have to go to work for 8 hours. And
Davi, as a fellow Bartlette, just lean up to the mic, man.
Okay, as I was saying, I think it was in my my first year of sixth form. After writing those exams, I was home bored, had nothing to do. I was like, my mom out there working 8 hours to keep a roof over our head. So I was like, why not just get up and cook something small to make her come home and smile. I had this nice neighbor by the name of Devana Jacob. She's a very great cook. And I called her over to, give me some of her cooking skills. And she did assist me, and ever since that, I developed a passion for cooking. My mom enjoyed the chicken that day. Actually, she wanted me to cook it the other week. And then ever since that, I just take over the kitchen on the weekends. You two become my friend. And those little pop-up advertisements on Facebook, instead of skipping over them, I just study and learn one or two things from them.
Nice.
Practice them at home, get feedback from my family, and I receive good feedback from them.
I like that you did that. Some people they just try something once and leave it, but you guys, and we ain't living in the age of technology, and I mean, even Shaquille mentioned it earlier that he went on YouTube and saw everything that he needed, and he started doing his business, and you're here saying you see the YouTube videos, the how-tos and the XYs and Z. So there are resources out there. You don't necessarily have to go off to culinary school, or even go off to be to a mechanic school. There are so many do-it-yourself videos online, DIY and stuff like that. I like, for me, the other day I was doing some chicken and while the chicken in the pot, they're googling, okay, how long it's supposed to, how long to leave it. When I was younger, I had my little days in the kitchen, but I don't forget about them things here. So I go and I refresh my memory. So it's important. I think it's important for people to understand that we have technology, and technology is so easily accessed to give us knowledge and information, so we shouldn't take it for granted. And as we can see, it's been working out for you three.
True.
In terms of your various business. Deejay Smudge has his hard drive of all the music that he's compiled over the years.
Yes, that's true. But I must give credit to my younger brother. I must emphasize on younger. Yes, my 4 months younger brother, Selector Purple. He took the time and show me how it's supposed to be done. I mean, he had a little bit more advanced knowledge in the DJing than me. So when I came and I was like, boy, I have this virtual DJ and I know for play music. The man was like, boy, show me. When I showed the man said, boy, you know what? Nah, there's not how you do it. Let me show you the correct way to do it. And when he showed me, it's like within no time, we were there and we were just practicing and practicing and practicing. So I must say kudos to my brother, my younger brother, Selector Purple. Yeah, so basically
nice. And I really appreciate the support, and I noticed that a lot of persons that have been on the show and that have ventured out into doing different things, that always have the support of their family and their close friends and stuff like that. So I think that's also really important. And Davinsia, I think that's probably all the good feedback that she usually gets from her family. Probably that's how she could throw off the fight down. She could chop the fight down off she back, because when she go home and she cook and she give mommy, she want the next portion.
As long as mommy belly full and she good, I good.
Exactly. And so it's always good to have a strong support system backing you when you're venturing out into entrepreneurship. So what about COVID-19? How do you think that has affected you guys in terms of business? Has it been, well, just generally, how has COVID-19 affected you guys in terms of business?
Well, I'm gonna go first. COVID-19 is like a blessing to me. COVID-19, it allowed me the opportunity to learn something new. Before time, I was there just playing the music. And then with COVID-19 and all these live shows that we were doing, it allowed me the opportunity to take up the MIC and actually learn to speak. And I was getting a lot of trouble. People used to laugh me and things, but I know sometimes I used to bite up my tongue out on the life. But I used that. I used the negative energy and I converted it very fast into positive energy. And COVID-19 just was a blessing for me. And with regards to affecting my DJ career, it didn't have much. It didn't affect it much.
Okay, good, cool. I mean, you're turning your lemons into lemonade, and that's a good thing. How about the rest of you guys?
Well, I wouldn't say COVID affected my business in any way. I would say it caused me to push myself to become my own boss even more.
Shaquille?
Well, technically, it gave me a lot of time for myself to do like a lot of research, because some people think that we're doing pressure washing is just turn on your machine and knock out something off the wall and thing. But you got many different ways and theories into doing things. It makes it work easier. So if you know that you don't like reading and invest in like a course and that kind of thing, like sometimes you don't make sense to even venture into that. Because it's certain things like, if I know I stuck on something, there's like, for instance, is Esbot. If I'm stuck on something, I would call him and he would gladly help and assist with his advice and so forth. So you have good people out there and also that they help you. So
I have a question, because certain communities in Nevis, no matter who you are and you come from the community, they're gonna support you. So you hailing from Bath, And so how has the support been from Bath? And I know you say you work with certain people, so I would suspect some of them, your neighbors and your community members over there. How has that been?
Well, they have been like with the support and so forth. We do get that. It's been good. So technically, people don't have to be there for to be financially, but in terms of helping you and so forth, the support is there and so forth.
And the sharing and so on social media, because when you just came out, I just see a string of blue coming down. You understand? Who didn't know about pressure washing before, So, yeah, man.
And how is that, guys? I mean, in terms of I see Deejay Smudge, and he uses WhatsApp and all of that. But how do you guys use social media and all the other different tools to market your business?
Okay, I market through Facebook. The Facebook ads basically is like an engine that you can use to target a certain
Market.
a certain margin of people, and between the age range of that that people who would need the certain service done, and you can select how much you want to spend per day and how
The sponsorship program on Facebook.
It's like how long you want to run the ads for.
Oh yeah,
and the cost and so forth. So you go to your budget, and technically it does help. You can share it to different Facebook groups, and even share the link to your page and so forth. It's just exposing yourself, and it helps a lot.
Do you have like any, because I see you have a Facebook, your Facebook business page here. I guess I have nothing to pressure watch, cause I ain't see an ad yet. You ain't targeted me. But do you have do you have any videos? Cause I wanna follow. I'm definitely gonna go and follow your Facebook page. But do you have any videos there of, I guess, maybe like your service, or you guys pressure washing something?
Yeah, I have pictures and videos on my Facebook page, and I do have a Google page as well.
Oh, you have a Google page. How does that one work?
Technically, technically, you just go on Google and type in like pressure washing services in my area. So it uses your IP address and so forth, and it will bring up whole thing.
So when I go to Google Maps, you're gonna pop up. So when I go to Bat Village, I can see you pressure washing. Is it somewhere over there? That's not in the package.
I'm not sure what about. I type in like, just type in like pressure washing in my area, and through your IP address, it will basically pop up right there. You will see pictures and videos. It's not okay. I'm not finishing like you're making a web page. You have enough editing to do and so forth. Well, yeah, technically the same thing.
Okay, so I'm actually here running through the page, and I do see some before and afters looking really nice, and some videos. Have you considered? I see a QR code. I don't know if people know what that means, but how does that? What does that do? How does that connect us with you?
Okay, the QR code is basically you scan the barcode, the QR code, sorry, and will take you straight to my Google page.
Oh, okay.
Where you could basically you can leave your reviews and so forth. The same thing in Facebook page, but
can we book appointments on your Google page? Send you requests?
I think you can, yes, because it would basically show up on my phone as a message, and then I could interact with the person straight on time.
All right, nice. How about you, Davinsia?
Well, I have an Instagram business page. I also advertise on my personal Instagram, on my Facebook as well, and mostly WhatsApp. But a lot of pictures is on my
the Instagram,
yes.
tasty.entanglement.
Yeah.
So do you have like broadcast lists as well? 'Cause I know you mentioned WhatsApp for Tasty Entanglement.
No, but I just take the time out and send them individually and just post it on my status. And I have my family and friends who share my stuff as well.
Okay, nice, and I think that's important. Yeah, I'm looking at the Instagram page now, and but I need to go and eat. I can't focus no more. This page got me hungry.
Earlier today, doing up the bio, and I saying, "Bye, bye."
This page got me hungry. So, guys, that's tasty.entanglements on Instagram. Definitely go out and check it out. The only entanglement your taste buds desire. Lord have mercy. So, Deejay Smudge, tell us a bit more your social media presence and how you manage that.
Well, my social media is it for me. I be on social media since I wake up after I finish chanting my psalm. Yeah, social media. I use Twitter, I use SoundCloud, I use Hear This That At, I use Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and these are all platforms that I use to market myself. If whether it be mixtapes or whether it be events that I'm on. So when I post an event poster, when I post an event flyer to see, I would usually tag my friends, families, and they would share it around and spread the word. I also uses WhatsApp. I have a WhatsApp group with over 300 contacts from St. Kitts and Nevis that I would just like, if there's an event, I would send it to them. But I don't try to make it too steady because sometimes you get annoying. Yeah, so I don't want people to get fed up of me like broadcasting. So I choose what and what not to broadcast. Yeah, but that is the platforms that I use to get my my name and my business out there, my services.
And I really have to commend you on that. I saw when you were booked for Legendary, I definitely got a WhatsApp broadcast and a Facebook tag and everything. Because I mean, I know I'm on your list usually, so I see your stuff, and I can say that. Well, personally for me, I'm not annoyed because, you know, there's some people, you know, every 5-10 minutes they're sending you something, you know. I guess most of the times, you know, I get something in the morning maybe from you. I don't even think I usually get things like late in the night or anything.
No.
But probably in the morning you send out a thing, you know, let people know an event that's coming up on the weekend or something like that you're going to be at. And I would say that I think that you've been doing a pretty good job at the marketing.
We have an anonymous comment, just, you know, for the whole panel. As a young business entrepreneur, you will face good and bad feedback, but do not get personal or offended. Take it as advice for growth, development of yourself and the business. Growth and development of yourself and the business. That's coming from somebody anonymous, but Deejay Smudge gonna knock us over here. Honorable Simmons signing in and watching, and she says congratulations to the special guests on your accomplishments. Lovely to see such talent, passion and entrepreneurship at such a young age. Congrats on a job well done, Nick.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean over to me?
At first I thought it was them, so I just finished the statement, you know.
Oh no, but yeah, no, definitely kudos to you guys. And that person brought up an interesting point, and it's something that we struggle here locally with a lot of business, like just with business in general, customer service, you know, and how you deal with customers, you know.
True.
And you know, you have to try and be respectful as much as possible. But I have an interesting question to ask each one of you. Is the customer always right? Is the customer always right? I want to hear that. And y'all be honest. Is the customer always right?
Being honest, right? Being honest. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. The customer is not always right. However, in the line of business and with customer service, you have to remain calm. You have to give the customer the benefit of the doubt, and you have to at all times remain professional. Because remember, to me it's a chain reaction. Because sometimes you deal with this one customer bad, and before you know it, the next 10 months, the next 2-3 years, you won't get back no bookings. You want to know why. And then you think back and you realize, boy, you dealt with that customer bad, and probably the news spread, and before you know it, you get labeled as somebody with poor customer service skills.
True. That is a strong point, and I must say, in terms of dealing with you as a professional, because you know we have a business relationship, because you do a lot of stuff for life. You've always maintained a very, very professional demeanor and you know, communication and all like that. And we even had a little, remember the issue the time, and it was a learning experience. And it was handled very, very, very well. And I must commend you on that. How about you, Davinsia? And especially with food and beverage, is the customer always right?
Well, in my case, the customer feedbacks is very important, because you want to always please them. Those are who you want to please. So I will say, in my career, the customers are always right. So you always get, you know, to remain calm and deal with them. If they say something is off, just try your best to improve it the next time. Don't argue with them.
Cool. Shaquille, how about you?
Well, the customers are mostly right in certain aspects. So this just depends on the situation and how it's handled, you will say.
Suppose, let's say you have a customer and they tell you, okay, well, power wash this thing here over here, but do it up and down, and you know you're supposed to go left or right. because they are telling when it comes what happens like if they are telling you how to do your job, you know, how do you explain to them, you know, okay, well this is how it should be, even though they watch something somewhere else. How do you handle a situation like that?
What?
Mystic situation, like you never face that.
But no, these are real situations, you know. Even if you're cooking, you say, well, you know, you grill your lobster food. Well, maybe if you grill it for extra 5 minutes, you can be on this and you can be on that. You know, they really want to tell you what to do. You want. So.
Okay, first say that okay, just for say cleaning like a gutter, right?
Mm-hmm.
The gutter like dirty black and so forth. You have your faceboards there. That is basically just paint and so forth. So you know, as the service provider, you know from your knowledge that you're supposed to do it a certain way, but then customer now will just come and tell you that you should do it this way, but then we're telling that I have to do it this way, otherwise that
It's going to happen.
this is gonna happen, and then you may end up running into problems now that I would have to replace something else.
Okay, so I mean, and that's a good way, you know. Show them the effects of what their decisions might cause, because you know sometimes even with doctors, you know, you're gone on the we even if we take the vaccine in consideration, we hear, oh, you do this, you do that, then the doctor say, well, it can still work, you know, you still, oh well, you could do this, you could do that. So you gotta be cognizant and explain away people's concerns and fears and help them to be, you know, more comfortable with you as a young entrepreneur. So how have you guys dealt with maintaining? I mean, we already spoke about the startup, how you started up your business, but what strategies do you guys have in terms of maintaining your business?
Well, for me, maintaining a high standard is something I pride myself by. Because it's not all the time I'm going to play at an up-top event. Sometimes I play at a club, a small club, etc. So for me, I know what is required of me based on the place, or you know, based on the place that I am playing. I know what is required of me. So let me say I'm playing at a function whereby there's mostly grown folks. I play accordingly. But if I'm playing at a function where they are younger, they are the younger supporters there, I play to suit them. So basically I know how to differentiate between my crowd, and that's that's the strategy I usually use.
Nice. How about you guys? What are some of the techniques that you can say that you use to maintain that high level of service and quality? One second. I think Michael's off yet. Go ahead.
Come closer.
Well, I always try to keep fresh seafood to maintain my business. You don't want to give anybody anything still, and I make sure that, you know, the food are fresh. Like, you prepare the same day, but the same day when I'm selling it. I don't want to prepare it, like do anything and put it back up in the fridge and whatever. I don't try to go over a certain amount while grilling, because you know, you don't want to put all the lobsters on the grill and then don't set off. So I just set an amount, put on the grill so all could set off. I don't try to put on the grill to put back up in the freezer to set again to hurt anyone's belly. All the first.
That's a good thing. So you know your tasty entanglement gonna be fresh entanglement.
Fresh entanglement.
Fresh entanglement.
So you have your weekly suppliers. Davi?
Yes.
Your weekly, okay.
Yes, I have my personal weekly supplier.
Okay, great. And you know that it's a trickle down too, because you know you use the local fishermen them, and so they make the little hustle. You make your little hustle. Everybody making the little hustle, and that's a good thing. And that's a thing that I think a lot of people miss out when we see people trying to start a business. A lot of people, me not go over there, me make she get rich off of me, make she get rich off of me. But you know, she still gotta buy X, Y, and Z, and she dollar might go into your uncle pocket, your auntie pocket, or you know, somebody pocket, and you know, y'all spins back around. So I think that, you know, the support, we really need to support our young businesses and entrepreneurs when they come out to something. Shaquille mentioned, if I got anything to power wash, unless you power washing cat. My chance dirty.
I got something.
But Deejay Smudge is a gig, and I have to go and try one of them tasty entanglements. So we got work something out. Shaquille, find something for you to power wash. No, but seriously, you know, I mean, even if it's just once to try the service and you know, so if you hear a friend and they say, bye, I need this or that, do you know, check
Speaking
Shaquille,
about
because
speaking about that, right? Get bookings right now. This weekend.
See?
Power wash.
you see? So you got booking for you.
Yeah.
Where your power wash?
I gonna power wash my house. Instead of painting it over, I gonna power wash it.
Yeah?
Yeah, bring it back to new. Yeah. I'm tasking him to bring it back to new.
Let's see how this will go.
Shaquille bluff out. But yeah, definitely. So guys, we kind of wrapping up now. Is there any last words or final encouragement that you would want to give to other young people right now? You know, just in the community. Don't necessarily have to be about business. It could be about anything else. And let us know about any upcoming projects that you might have that you want us to come out to support, and how we could reach your business. Okay, so any final words on anything, any projects that you're working on, and how we can be, how persons who are listening can get in contact with you for your service.
Well, my final words to all the listeners that are listening me is believe in yourself. It don't matter how old you are, how young you are, believe in yourself, and once you believe and you have the determination, you will achieve what you set out to achieve. However, I would like to encourage you guys to follow me on my business pages on my business page on Facebook at Selector Smudge, my business page on Twitter, Selector Smudge, Instagram, Selector Smudge, and yeah. For WhatsApp bookings, you can contact me at 869-668-7803, or you can email me at selectorsmudge@gmail.com. And that's it for me. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for encouraging me in your ears for the past hour and 25 minutes. Thank you.
You got the time down.
Shaquille, I see somebody here asking, Shaquille, how much you charge to power wash a house? I don't know if you want to answer that before you give your final words, if there's like a set cost or something.
He said, look like I can get to see the house first.
tell him send me the WhatsApp and y'all gonna talk.
Okay, well, technically I would normally have to see the job first to determine what the cost would be. You could reach me at 765-9228, either WhatsApp or call.
I'm a little closer.
You could reach me on Facebook at Business Pressure Washing Service, on Google, the same name. So just give me a call and we can sort it out.
I just have to give a little feedback on the Google thing. Yes, I did Google it on my phone. I just put pressure washing in Nevis, and it was the first thing I saw.
Wow, awesome, awesome. And you get free estimates. I don't know if you guys have seen it on the live, but you get free estimates. So you get your estimate, and then if you like it, you can come and start you up. Davinsia?
Well, currently I'm working on a new project called De-Syl Entanglement Kiddies Catering and Snack Boxes that will launch soon. But for now, I'm just working on the grilled seafood box and improving it every time I make it. But you can contact me at 667-8336. You can contact me on my personal Instagram, my personal Facebook, Davinsia Bartlette, my business Instagram at Tasty Entanglements for all your tasty needs.
All right, thank you so much. And from me, final words from me. It was really good having you guys here in the studio. I think we had a really amazing time and session with you guys. I really like the energy coming from young entrepreneurs. None of you are over the age of, well, as far as I know, over the age of 30. You know, so you know, some really young people here, young people. Taking the bull by the horn. I see Cleon is asking what's the cost of the seafood box. Is generally, she mentioned it earlier, between $70 and $120. But she said if you bring 50, she can probably take out one lobster and then get a little something. So she can work out something for you. So if you bring 50, you can still get a little something. But I really love the energy, guys. Kudos. I'm definitely gonna be checking out that Tasty's what do you call it again? Tasty's Entanglement. We had a young chef in here a few weeks ago. She was with Diane, Belinda. I'm trying to remember the name. What was it? Sweet Desires? I think Sweet Desires
Something
was the
of that
name.
sort.
And I had these cinnamon rolls because I told, you know, she prepared it in a nice little box and everything for me, all wrapped up in a bowl, and they were excellent. They were very delicious. So I'm expecting another high quality product from. It seems that we got the best chefs coming in on Legendary, and I'm hungry. So
You want me to prepare one for you tonight now?
I might need one tonight. But yeah, so it's really good to have you guys here. I think we had a good time, and you know, keep up the vibe, keep up the positivity, and I hope the general community would support you guys. I'm hoping that you guys will get some business because of this experience, and you know, keep your head up. And just my message out there to other young persons who are interested. You've heard it from the experts, I would say. The guys moving towards experts right now here in the studio, what they do to stay relevant, how they advertise their business, and all of that. You know, their personal goals and achievements, and how and their plans for the future. So if they can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. So keep your head up. It's COVID-19, but we can still manage, the economic crisis that we are experiencing here in the country. So until another Legendary show, hopefully Cleon will be here to sit down with us. She's been tirelessly working, and because she was tirelessly working, she was put out of commission for a while. She's very dedicated to her job and to her constituents as well. I must say, over the Easter weekend and everything, she was really, really active, you know, helping out with kids, doing kite flying and all the other different activities that she had lined up. So, you know, sometimes you need some time to rest after you work that
That's
hard.
true.
So, Cleon, kudos on that. And we miss you as well here in the studio. And hopefully we'll see you next week. She was planning to be here, but she couldn't. But she's been chiming in on and off on the live session. Thank you guys for listening tonight. Shout outs to some of the persons here. We have Elvan, we have Shamia, Silla, Patrice, Icy, Sebastian, Rhonda as usual. We have John Brathwaite, Diane Hobson on tonight, Janice Moore, who's usually here again, Sandra Willett, Annette Francis, I see Selector Sparta here, you know, sending some shout outs to Deejay Smudge. We have quite a few people. Elvia, Joseph Parry listening to us tonight, Ivan Jeffers, Janicia, Maxine Thompson, JD Keynes listening out tonight. Buff Beer. That's your Facebook name.
That's my partner.
Ivan, I know the person, but the name just there. So guys, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you again. We had Iona, Jeanette, and we'll see you again on another episode of Legendary. Peace.
Thank you for listening to 2020 Vision Radio. From Queen City, Nevis.
Legendary, promoting the vision of ordinary legends. Tune into 2020 Vision Radio every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. with the Honorable Cleon Stapleton Simmons and De-Syl Hamilton.
Legendary is a show promoting the visions of ordinary legends, and I am Honorable Cleo Stapleton Simmons along with my fabulous co-host De-Syl Hamilton.
I am De-Syl Hamilton. I'm excited as well to be here for Legendary, just to uplift and enhance people and show what people in our society are doing to uplift our country and the nation.
Call in live on WhatsApp via 869-669-7312. Our direct mobile number is 766-7312 and our landline number is 469-7953. Overseas callers can call in on 917-460-2187. Legendary, live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on 2020 Vision Radio.
Just like you. If you take a look inside, you see the great things that people do.